I hear the floorboards groan under the weight of your day. I know exactly where you're standing by the way the shadows sway. You're pacing in the kitchen, probably waiting for the tea, living 20 inches higher but a world away from me. We used to share a ceiling, we used to share a bed. Now I'm just the echo of the things we never said. I'm tracing every movement through the plaster and the paint. Listen to your heartbeat grow steady, then grow faint. Ooh. The lease says we're neighbors, the mail says we're through, but I'm still living in the cellar of the ghost of me and you. I'm catching all the gravity, I'm catching every fall, while you're walking on the air on the other side of the wall. I'm just one floor below your heart tonight, watching the ceiling leak the golden glow of your light. I can hear you moving on, I can hear you breathing deep, while I'm buried in the basement where the broken secrets sleep. You're closer than a whisper, but further than the stars, separated by the wood and these imaginary bars, living in the hollow of a love that fell apart. One floor below, one floor below your heart. Ooh. I heard a second set of footsteps at 9:15. A lighter step, a softer sound, a different pace than mine. The muffled sound of laughter drifted through the copper pipes, and it felt like someone reached inside and dimmed my city lights. I used to be the rhythm in the room above the stairs. Now I'm just a vibration that nobody even hears. I'm a tenant in the silence, I'm a witness to the end, watching you become a stranger while I'm trying to pretend. Do you ever feel the floor shake when I'm crying on the rug? Do you ever feel the coldness of a disconnected hug? I'm screaming at the rafters, I'm pleading with the dust, trying to find the blueprints of the we that turned to rust. But you're walking on my dreams with every step you take, and you don't even feel the way the foundation starts to break. I'm just one floor below your heart tonight, watching the ceiling leak the golden glow of your light. I can hear you moving on, I can hear you breathing deep, while I'm buried in the basement where the broken secrets sleep. You're closer than a whisper, but further than the stars, separated by the wood and these imaginary bars, living in the hollow of a love that fell apart. One floor below, one floor below your heart. I'll stay quiet, I'll Standing in the hallway of the house we didn't buy, painting over shadows where the sunlight used to lie. In this world the keys are heavy and the kitchen's always cold, and I'm learning how to let go of the hand I thought I'd hold. But somewhere in the static, past the static of the rain, there's a door that never opened to this quiet kind of pain. I close my eyes and I can see the ghost of a different life, where we didn't let the sharpness turn the words into a knife, where the car didn't pull away and the light didn't turn red. I'm haunted by the living things we went and left for dead. Oh, I'm jealous of the version of us that stayed, the ones who didn't break under the weight of the mistakes we made. They're waking up together while I'm waking up alone. They're building up the garden that we left to turn to stone. They found a way to fix the cracks, they didn't run away. God, I miss the version of us, the version of us that stayed. They still have that old table? Is the record player on? Do they know how lucky they are that their forever isn't gone? She's laughing in the garden, he's hanging pictures in the hall. They never had to learn the way it feels to lose it all. In their world, the apology was said before the tears. They're trading in the minutes while I'm trading in the years. Oh, I'm jealous of the version of us that stayed, the ones who didn't break under the weight of the mistakes we made. They're waking up together while I'm waking up alone. They're building up the garden that we left to turn to stone. They found a way to fix the cracks, they didn't run away. God, I miss the version of us, the version of us that stayed. I wanna reach through the ceiling, I wanna tear down the wall and tell them not to flicker, tell them not to let it fall. Hold on a little tighter, don't let the fire burn out low, because once you let the silence in, it never lets you go. Version of us that stayed, they're probably sleeping now, dreaming of a tomorrow that I'll never get to see. He's still yours, she's still mine, and everything is fine. In the version of us that stay. Just not here. No, not here. I'm pulling up to the driveway of the house we used to own. The porch lights flicker in a rhythm that feels like coming home. I've got the words practiced, I've got the I'm sorry's in my hand. 1,000 miles of driving just to finally make a stand. But there's a moving truck backed up against the garden gate, and a shadow in the window that tells me I'm too late. The engine's cooling down, the radio is humming low. I'm staring at the life I traded just to let you go. I'm checking on my watch, counting every second gone, but the world didn't wait for me to admit that I was wrong. 6 minutes too late to catch the door before it closed. 6 minutes too late to be the one you finally chose. I've got a heart full of fire and a head full of should've known, but you're already someone else's and I'm sitting here alone. If I'd skipped the last red light or didn't stop for gas, I wouldn't be watching the only love I ever had just pass. Now I'm just a ghost standing at your gate. 6 minutes too little late. I see him walk down the front steps with a box labeled the room. He catches your eye and smiles, and it's like watching a flower bloom. The way you used to look at me before I made it hard, before I left the fractures and the silence in this yard. I'm screaming through the windshield, but the glass is way too thick, and the realization of what I lost is making me feel sick. It's not an hour, it's not a year, it's not a lifetime's worth of dead. It's just a tiny sliver of time. I'll spend a decade in regret. I reached for the handle, but I saw him take your hand, and I realized there's no room for me in any of your plans. 6 minutes too late to catch the door before it closed. 6 minutes too late to be the one you finally chose. I've got a heart full of fire and a head full of should've known, but you're already someone else's and I'm sitting here alone. If I'd skipped the last red light or didn't stop for gas, I wouldn't be watching the only love I ever had just pass. Now I'm just a ghost standing at your gate. 6 minutes too late. So I'll put it in reverse and I'll drive back into the dark, leaving tire tracks and pieces of my heavy broken heart. The clock on the dashboard mocks me as it changes state. 360 seconds. 6 minutes too late. Too late. Too late. We were a coin toss, landing on the edge, a half-written promise, a faltering pledge. We had the sparks, but we couldn't keep the flame. Now I'm just a whisper of a middle name. I fed the fire with everything I had, but nearly and close only make me feel sad. We were 99% of a miracle, a beautiful story that stayed lyrical. But that 1% is a canyon wide, and I'm standing here on the losing side, because almost was enough to keep me waiting. Almost was enough for the hesitating. We were almost home, almost whole, almost the person who could save my soul. But almost doesn't warm the bed at night. It doesn't turn the dark back into light. I'm tired of being the one who almost won, when almost is just a way of being done. I keep the Polaroids where we're blurry and bright, just seconds away from getting it right. Your hand was in mine, but your heart was backstage, preparing to flip to the very last page. We were a maybe that felt like a yes. Now I'm just cleaning up the almost mess, because almost was enough to keep me waiting. Almost was enough for the hesitating. We were almost home, almost whole, almost the person who could save my soul. But almost doesn't warm the bed at night. It doesn't turn the dark back into light. I'm tired of being the one who almost won, when almost is just a way of being done. They say a miss is as good as a mile, but a mile doesn't have your crooked smile, and a mile doesn't break my heart in two, like the 3 little inches between me and you. Almost stayed, almost cared, almost loved the life we shared. But the almost is the part that kills. It's the empty space that never fills. We were so close, but almost was never enough. The blueprints are still spread across the floor, dust gathering on the things we promised to be. I found the sketches of the life we swore was waiting just beyond the things we couldn't see. We were a vision in high definition, a masterpiece before the first stroke of the brush. But we traded the spark for a slow burn attrition, and turned a cathedral into a pile of dust. I still this empty property. It's a beautiful nightmare, a blueprint of almost, and I'm the only one left here, hosting the ghost. We had the logic, we had the heart, we had every reason to never fall apart. But a great idea is just a lie you tell when you're building a heaven inside of a hell. You left me the keys to a house made of air, and I'm still looking for you, but you were never there. We were the ghost of a great idea, a monument built out of smoke, and someday the perfect plan that we both couldn't steer. Watching the architect just walk away. Now I'm wandering hallways that don't have a roof, searching for some kind of tangible proof that we weren't just a dream that got lost in the light. The ghost of a great idea, haunting me tonight, haunting me tonight. It was a great idea, on paper we were gold, but the ink ran dry and the story grew old. Just a ghost, just a ghost of us. The curtains were heavy, the world was asleep. We had secrets and promises we meant to keep. In the glow of a candle, your skin was like gold, a story of fire in a city of cold. I drew your heartbeat with the tip of my pen. We were gods in the shadows back then. But the sun is a witness with a heart made of stone. It demands that we stand in the daylight alone. And the colors we painted in the middle of June looked like gray, dusty ghosts by the afternoon. Oh, you were a masterpiece in the dark, a brushstroke of lightning, a desperate spark. When no one was watching, we were divine. I was your canvas and you were mine. But the morning came, pulling the thread of the seams and ruined the beauty of the midnight dreams. Now I'm just a gallery of what used to be, a masterpiece that no one gets to see. You held my hand under blankets in wine, but you let it go when the clock struck 9. In the neon and traffic, you looked right through me like I was a stranger you didn't want to be. We were a symphony played on a broken string that only the stars heard us sing. Oh, we were a masterpiece in masterpiece that no one gets to see. Turn off the headlights, blow out the lamp. The air in this memory is heavy and damp. I'd rather be blind and be back in your arms than see you clearly and see all the harms. Just give me 1 minute where the world isn't bright and we can be perfect just for tonight. In the dark, we were beautiful. In the dark, we were loved. But the lights are all on now. The colors are fading, yeah, the colors are gone. Just a masterpiece in the dark. The orange cones are gone and the yellow tape is torn, but I'm still standing on the street where we were born. I remember the morning they poured the new driveway. The air was thick and heavy, a humid shade of gray. You took my hand and whispered, let's leave a little mark. Two sets of souls pressed down before the coming dark. We thought we'd walk together till the gravel turned to gold, before the story soured and the coffee started getting cold. Now the surface is level, the edges are clean, but there's a jagged little memory living in between. I'm looking down at the path you left behind, and it's a permanent map of the ties we unbind. We're just footprints in wet cement. I'm standing in your shadow, but I'm standing here alone. Watch your step, the impressions don't fade, just the footprints of the mistakes we made. Don't check the porch light, I've already turned it off. I'm tired of the static and the way you try to cough to clear the air of all the smoke you started with your lies. I can see the I'm sorry forming in your eyes. But hold your breath, don't let the oxygen escape. I've already memorized the exit and the shape of the hole you left inside me when you decided not to stay. Save your ammunition for a different rainy day, because a band-aid doesn't work when the bleeding's in the soul, and a candle doesn't help when you've lost all self-control. You're holding out a white flag, it's tattered at the seams, but I'm done being the victim in your recurrent dreams. So keep your apologies, I don't have room to store them. I've built a wall of silence and I'm standing right before them. Your words are just empty shells falling on the floor, and I don't wanna hear that I'll be better anymore. They won't fix the dishes or the years you let me cry. They won't bring the color back into a hollow sky. Pack 'em in your suitcase, leave 'em at the door. Keep your apologies, I don't want 'em anymore. You're standing on the sidewalk like a boy who's lost his way, waiting for the it's okay you think I'm gonna say. But it's okay, it's buried under layers of the hurt, and I forgive you as a flower that died inside the dirt. I used to crave the sound of you admitting you were wrong, but I learned to find the rhythm in a much more lonely song. Now your voice is just a frequency I've learned to tune out. There's no room for your maybe, and there's no room for your doubt. Did you think a sentence could undo 1,000 nights? Did you think a whisper could make up for all the fights? It's too late for the medicine when the heart has already stopped. It's too late for the harvest when the fields have all been cropped. Take your regret and wrap it around your neck like a chain, because I'm finally washing my hands of all your rain. girl, keep them for yourself. Put them in a trophy case on a dusty, lonely shelf. I'm clean, I'm quiet, I'm gone. Keep your apologies, the lights are coming on. The sun went down an hour ago, I didn't even blink. Just sat here in the kitchen, watching bubbles in the sink. The shadows on the wallpaper are stretching out like hands, trying to hold the pieces of the life we used to plan. I could reach for the switch by the door, I could end this heavy gloom, but I'm afraid of seeing empty in the corners of the room, because the glare reveals the dust on the books you never read, and the way the dent is missing from your side of the bed. In the gray I can't pretend that you're just in the other room, and the darkness is a blanket and the silence is a tune. So I'm leaving the lights off, I'm staying in the gray. I'm not ready for the neon to chase the ghosts away. If I can't see the exit, then I don't have to go. I can hide inside the things that I'm too scared to know. Let the moon be the only thing that's leaking through the blinds. I'm leaving the lights off, 'cause the truth just makes me blind. I remember how you used to hate the way I'd leave the hall, burning like a beacon, glowing bright against the wall. Now I'm sitting in the pitch black, and I finally understand that a light is only useful when you've got a steady hand. Mine is shaking like a leaf, so I'll stay here in the night, where I don't have to face the fact that nothing feels quite right. Yeah, I'm leaving the lights off, I'm staying in the gray. I'm not ready for the neon to chase the ghosts away. If I can't see the exit, then I don't have to go. I can hide inside the things that I'm too scared to know. Let the moon be the only thing that's leaking through the blinds. I'm leaving the lights off, 'cause the truth just makes me blind. I'm not hiding from the monsters, I'm hiding from the floor, where your shoes aren't by the heater and your coat isn't by the door. I'm avoiding every mirror, I'm avoiding my own face, because I look like someone hollow who is taking up your space. of the line. We were the vintage, the expensive wine. I had the dress picked out in my head, and the names of the children we tuck in a bed. We made it through winters in the desert heat. I thought the marathon was finally complete, but we stumbled on the shadow of the finish line. Just as I was starting to call you mine, they say almost is the hardest word to breathe when you're holding the sleeve of the one who has to leave. We survived the mountains and the stormy weather, just to fall apart when we should have stayed together. We were just short of forever, a heartbeat away from the I do that I was dying to say. We built the whole bridge, but we missed the last stone. And now I'm crossing the canyon all on my own. It's the 1 inch of distance that keeps us apart, the almost that's breaking the rest of my heart. We had the map, we had the endeavor, but we stopped just short of forever. Still wet on the life we designed, but you had a change of the heart and the mind. 99 miles of a 100-mile road, and you decided you couldn't carry the load. Is it easier to quit when the end is inside, to give up the ghost in the middle of the night? You left me at the altar of what could have been. Now I'm tracing the scars on my paper-thin skin. If we were meant to fail, why did we get this close? Why did you give me the most when I needed the most? We were at the summit, we could see the view. I was looking at the world, but I was looking through you. Now the peak is just a cliff where I'm standing on the edge, looking for the pieces of a broken down pledge. We were just short of forever, a heartbeat away from the I do that I was dying to say. We built the whole bridge, but we missed the last stone. And now I'm crossing the canyon all on my own. It's the 1 inch of distance that keeps us apart, the almost that's breaking the rest of my heart. We had the map, we had the endeavor, but we stopped just short of forever. Tasted so close, I could feel the ring on my hand. But forever is a long time, and almost is a desert of sand. We were everything, but we weren't meant to be. Just short of forever, and miles away from me. Just short.